Good evening. I am Dr. Nigar Ahmed, Assistant Professor, Government Shahid Kaushal Yadav College, Gundardehi, Balod District. In my previous section, I have taught you lesson number 11, Globalization and Privatization. Today in my second lecture, I am going to teach you the grammar portion of this chapter, which is given on the page number 124. First one is vocabulary. Use the following phrases and idiomatic expression in your sentences. So, we are going to do those phrases, okay? The first one you can see on the screen, to come into the red. What does that mean? To come into the red? It means something which comes into danger or the loss. Okay? So the sentence is, we can make the sentence, the company came into the red due to various problems. This is the sentence. Okay? The second one is the need of the hour. Need of the hour means something which is necessary, which means we should take some precaution, as in the present scenario, in the wake of COVID-19, social distancing is the need of the hour. This is our sentence. Okay? The third one is swept off. Swept off means to flow away. Okay? The sentence is heavy rains swept off the soil, or you can say the heavy rain swept off everything. Okay? Then fourth one you can see, to rule the roost. To rule the roost means to control. Okay? Powerful people rule the roost. Or another sentence you can see, big paws rule the roost. So Indian economy should be very careful. And the last one is to clear the decks. To clear the decks means to remove unnecessary things. Okay. So we can see that whenever we are going to do some important work, so we try to focus on main thing. Okay. We remove our attention from other things. Or if we are doing some something important, then we are really focusing. So we can focusing on the main thing. So we can say that to clear the decks, for example, in a competitive market, the the traders cleared the decks for the investors. Like this we can say. Okay. Then next one is fill in the blanks that I am not going to deal. I am going to deal this grammar, direct and indirect narration. Okay. The sentences you can see on the screen. But before that we need to understand some important thing while changing from direct to indirect or indirect to direct narration. Okay. We need to be very careful about the reporting verb, the tense of the reporting verb. Okay. While changing into the reported speech. For example, Sita said to me, "You are a good boy." Okay. This is a direct speech. Direct speech means the sentence is in the inverted commas. Okay. So same indirect, when we are going to do this into indirect speech, that means we are going to say the same thing without changing the meaning of the sentence in indirect speech. Indirect speech means removing the inverted commas. Okay. So I told you, Sita said to me, inverted commas, you are a good boy. So this is direct speech. Now indirect is Sita, you can say Sita told me that. Now here, take care, the reporting verb said, or the reporting verb you can change, instead of said you can, to express better, to express it in a better way, we often use this verb told instead of said. Okay, so we can say Sita told me that I was a good boy. So the verb you, the helping verb are is changed into was. Why it has changed into was? Because the reporting verb said is in the past tense. Okay, so here you need to be careful about the reporting verb. Now say some more sentences I would like to tell you. If the reporting verb is in the present tense or future tense, the tense of the reported speech does not change. Okay. For example, he says, I will never get married. This is a sentence. He says. Says is the reporting verb. So reporting verb is in the present indefinite. Okay. So now when we change the sentence into from direct to indirect, so this will become he says. This will remain like this, that he will, the pronoun will change. Instead of I, now here he, because the subject is he. Okay, so he will never get married. Then some more things to tell you where reporting verb is in the past tense. Okay, simple past tense. Then there are some changes you can make, like in reporting verb is in the past tense, then the tense of the verb will also be in the past tense, as we have also seen in the sentence, last sentence. Okay, simple present tense or future tense will change into simple past tense, and simple present continuous will change into past continuous. Future continuous will also change into past continuous. Present perfect or future perfect will change into past perfect. Okay. Let us see now some more changes. Some more changes you can see. I should tell you that like this or these, they change into that or those. Here and here changes into there. Now changes into then. Today or tonight changes into that day, that night. Tomorrow, the next day. Last week, last year, the previous week, previous year. Okay. And the expression of the reporting verb, like we can use the expression of, to express the reporting verb in a better way, we can use these verb also. Tell, add, affirm, answer, observe, point out, announce. Okay, promise. And one more thing I would like to tell you, when the reporting verb is, reported speech is in the question form, yes or no form, then we use if or whether. Okay, for example, he said, are you ready to go? Okay, this is your direct speech. So while changing into indirect speech, what you say? He asked if. Are will change again into was. Why? Because the reporting verb is in the past tense. So he asked if I was ready to go. Okay. Then if there are question word type, example, he said, where are you going? This is the sentence and it is in the direct speech. So to change into indirect speech, how we'll say? He asked where I was going. Now here the interrogative mark, the question mark will not be there. Okay, we'll remove the question mark. In imperative sentences, the reported speech is changed into infinitive. Example, he said, sit down. So how will change? This sentence is in the direct speech. Now in direct speech, he ordered to sit down. To लगाएंगे तो infinitive mood में हो जाएगा. Okay. He said, another sentence, he said, please give water. Now here the please word will be changed by using he requested to give water. Now here this one is indirect speech. Whenever we are changing from direct to indirect speech, we are using that and we are removing the inverted commas. Inverted commas will be removed. Okay. Some more sentences, let me tell you. Exclamatory sentences. In exclamatory sentences, we change that sign of exclamation. You know na sign of exclamation, that lambi bindi niche dot, that is sign of exclamation. Okay, this is changed with like writing he exclaimed. If the sentence is in the joyful mood, so we'll write as he exclaimed with joy. If somebody is shouting, like the teacher, like the mom, come on boys, yeah, come on daughter, my son, go to the bed. Like we have got one sentence, first sentence. So type of sentence. So then the mother is shouting or the teacher is screaming or somebody is shouting, then we can use ordered, screamed with anger or with disgust, exclaimed with disgust. Okay, so that according to the type of the sentence, we can say he exclaimed with anger, she exclaimed with joy. Okay, for example, he said, alas, sign of exclamation, I have lost my friend. Now here, instead of the verb said, we will be using exclaimed. Okay. Now alas is word where when we lose something, we say, oh so sorry. Alas means so sorry. So that way we can say he exclaimed with sorrow. So the sign of exclamation will be removed. Okay. And what will be our sentence? He exclaimed with sorrow that he has lost his friend. Okay. The sentence was, he said, alas, I have lost my friend. Okay. I think I forgot to tell you the sentence. So my sentence in the direct speech is, he said, alas, inverted commas, alas, I have lost my friend, inverted commas closed. This is direct speech. Okay. Now to make it indirect, he exclaimed with sorrow that he lost his friend. Now we have removed the word alas and we have also removed sign of exclamation. Instead of that, we have written he exclaimed with sorrow that he lost his friend. So there is no, in indirect speech there is no inverted commas. Okay, now let us do the exercises. Okay, you can see the first sentence is go to bed and don't get up till you are called. Okay, so now this is in the sentence is given. You have to first make it into indirect speech by putting inverted commas, and then that indirect speech will be changed into first you will write it into direct speech, and then that direct speech will be changed into indirect speech. Okay, the same sentence. So let us see. Go to bed and don't get up till you are called. So it seems that the mother might be saying, okay, so we can write the sentence like this. In direct speech, the mother said, comma, in inverted commas, what you will write? Go to bed and don't get up till you are called. Okay, so inverted commas is closed. From go to bed till you are called is in inverted comma, and before go to bed you are writing the mother said, yeah, he said, father bhi ho sakta hai, jo bhi hai. Okay, so in indirect speech what you will say? The mother asked, yeah, mother told to go to bed. Okay, the mother told to go to bed and not to. Whenever there is do not, so you will write not to get up till, not to get up till you are called. Now this are will change into, because we are used he said, so till I was called. Okay, the second sentence is eat up your dinner at once or I will punish you. Okay, so again you can say he said or father said, mother said, eat up your dinner. Eat up your dinner till I'll punish you. This sentence will come into inverted comma. Mother said, father said, comma, in inverted comma, eat up your dinner at once or I will punish you. Then inverted commas close, full stop. Okay, so what will be, this is direct speech. Okay, so we have to change into now in the indirect speech. Indirect speech, what will be the sentence? He told me, all commas and inverted commas will not be there. Okay, he told me to eat up my dinner. Okay, because there you were told, okay, by somebody, so now you are telling somebody that he told me. Okay, you are telling somebody, reporting somebody else about what was told by the first person. So here the I will be changed by my. Okay, he told me to eat up my dinner at once or he would punish me. Okay, will change into would. Okay, next one is do not wipe your dirty fingers on my clean tablecloth. Okay, so he said, inverted comma, do not wipe, in inverted comma, do not wipe your dirty fingers on my clean tablecloth. Okay, inverted commas closed. This is direct speech. In direct speech, he said not to wipe, my dirty fingers on his, okay, on his clean tablecloth. Inverted commas are not there in the indirect speech. Okay, don't write it down. Then the next sentence is shut the door after you. Okay, shut the door after you. Now change it, make it in a direct speech. है ना? So my father said, or he said, shut the door after you. My father said, comma, inverted comma, shut the door after you. Okay, so this seems to be sort of command by somebody, isn't it? So in indirect speech we will write he ordered me, or you can say he ordered to shut the door after me. Okay, so this is indirect speech. There will be no inverted commas. Please remember, don't write in the indirect speech any inverted commas. We remove. Okay, then let me see. I'm leaving this one sentence. The second one, put the following sentences into reported speech, introducing with a verb in present tense or present perfect. Here we can see some more sentences. Put the following sentences into reported speech with introducing verb in the past tense. Okay, so the sentence is, are you enjoying yourself? Okay, तो आपको इसको पहले डायरेक्ट में फिर इनडायरेक्ट में चेंज करना है. ओके, सो डायरेक्ट स्पीच, he told या she told, comma, inverted comma, are you enjoying yourself? Okay, see, this is a interrogative sentence, no? Question mark is there. So because introducing verb is already given, it is given that introducing verb should be in the past tense. Okay, so very simple. He said, comma, in inverted commas, are you, in inverted comma, are you enjoying yourself? Okay, so we can say he inquired, because this is sort of sentence, it is as if it is inquiring, are you enjoying yourself? So we can use the reporting verb inquired. Okay, he inquired, are you enjoying? He inquired me, because this is an interrogative sentence, so we will use if or whether. Okay, so he inquired me if I was enjoying myself. Okay, then the second sentence you can see, does your car always make such nasty noise? Again, this is interrogative. So now you first make direct speech. Okay, direct speech, he said, inverted comma, does your car always make such a nasty noise? What is the indirect speech? He asked. Okay, he asked, because there is a question mark in the sentence, so we have to remove that question mark. Okay, to replace the question mark in the sentence we use if or whether. Okay, so he asked if my car always made such nasty noise. Okay, then next sentence is, are your shoes cleaned yet? So first we have to write direct speech. The teacher said, comma, in inverted comma, are your shoes cleaned yet? Okay, this is direct speech. Now indirect is the teacher asked or inquired if my shoes were cleaned yet. Okay, so we have put if, and we are not going to write the question mark in the indirect speech. No inverted commas, no question mark. Okay, then let us see some more sentence. Put the following sentence into reported speech with introducing verb in past tense. Okay, you can see on the screen, what a dirty shirt you are wearing. Okay, so anybody can say, mother can say to the son also. So first of all, let us see direct speech. Okay, so see, look at the sentence. There is a sign of exclamation at the end of the sentence. Okay, so that sign of exclamation we have to remove. Okay, how we will remove? By using exclaimed verb. Okay, writing the verb exclaimed. So this is a says sort of some, as if the mother is shouting. Okay, what a dirty shirt you are wearing. So mother said, comma, in inverted comma, what a dirty shirt you are wearing. Okay, put that sign of exclamation and close the inverted commas. So in indirect speech, the mother exclaimed with disgust. गुस्सा आ रहा है, disgust. Exclaimed with disgust that I was wearing a dirty shirt. Okay. Then next sentence is, what have you done to your coat? This is question mark is there, interrogative sentence. Now, as if some surprise, oh, what have you done to your coat? Maybe he has tailored it in a bad way, or maybe he has done something funny. Okay, so it came as a surprise. So first of all, let us write down the direct speech. He said, comma, in inverted comma, what have you done to your coat? The question mark is there. Now close the inverted commas. In indirect speech, he expressed with surprise that what have I done to my coat? Okay. The next sentence is, the house is on fire. This is again an exclamatory sentence. So the house is on fire means you are really, it has come as a sudden shock. Okay, so we have to use now some verb which means as a shock. Okay, let me first tell you that the direct sentence, direct speech. Okay, the direct speech is, he said, comma, inverted comma, the house is on fire. And indirect speech, he exclaimed with fear. There is a fear, it came as a shock, so fear, that the house was on fire. So I hope we have completed so many sentences. I hope this will really help you, all the students of BA, BSc, BCom, BHSC. These exercises of grammar will really help you. Thank you so much for listening me.